Right, so I'm away on a trip for a wee bit, and I'm really in a bad mood with you. So I'm just gonna keep you locked in here. Really, apparently it's against your human rights, but I'm still really not sure if you qualified to have them. There's a telly over there. There's a bucket in the corner. Just don't go near my tablet. I've got a pretty big client for some graphic design. Really want to screw it up. So yeah, telly, bucket. Don't touch tablet. I'll see you later on. Okay? Yeah, sure. Right. See you later. See you later. Right, so I'm just gonna move that here and then put that font there. Right, just one last touch, and there we go. Dean's gonna love this. Hello and welcome, I'm Liam the music reviewer. I might get blown away in this storm that's outside my house just now, and today we're going to be talking about the latest release by Dizzee Rascal, Don't Gas Me. This EP is the first bit of new material since 2017 for the Grime Don Dizzee Rascal. He released Rascal last year, which saw him kind of return to the genre that he arguably founded after about a decade of just really hitting out with pop rap songs with varying levels of quality, along with while he was just kind of like really leaving kind of grime out of the way and was just trying to focus on something a bit more successful. But both Wiley and Dizzee Rascal have returned to this original sound, something that Dizzee like pretty much like people say maybe made that genre peak with his album Boy in the Corner, a Mercury Prize award winning album that just to this day, just last week I was listening to it again, that bleak brash attitude just has aged remarkably well. Yeah, just an album that I would further recommend to anyone who still hasn't listened to it. But no, I really had no idea that this EP was going to be happening. I knew that there was a Skepta collab that dropped about a week or so before the EP released. But bar that, I hardly saw any promotional material. Granted, I wasn't going out my way to actually try and find it, but usually you see a tweet or some sort of like discussion going on, but I didn't really see any of that. And I guess in retrospect, like maybe I'm glad that I wasn't subjected to that sort of hype train at all, because, and I don't mean that in like a condescending, cynical way of, oh, I'm glad I wasn't hyped because I would have been even more disappointed. I had a lot of fun with this EP, and I guess I wasn't expecting to, because I don't know what, I didn't really know what I was expecting. I think I was just expecting more of like a solely grime focused EP, but no, this is it's very much it's like witnessing a wonderful marriage of two sounds that Dizzee has done remarkably well, and it's the first time in a long time that I've been excited by a Dizzee Rascal project. The opening title track is really quite something. The Fidget House production really giving this song a big bass and kick drum injection. Fidget House isn't something I've heard in God knows how long, since I was in secondary school probably, but seeing it used as well as it just gives it this kind of unfathomable energy. It's super frantic, and the fact that Dizzee manages to kind of like show off his MC skills and manage to maneuver around it's like he's managing to like parkour over this super versatile and all over the place just backdrop, and it's just really remarkable. And yeah, it's just something that I can like, if I could find myself putting on at like a party or that, which probably the first time that I've ever had like a Dizzee Rascal song in like ages I could do that. But yeah, it starts off things pretty damn well. There is a bit of whiplash when it comes to the song quality, though it's not like it's not good. I just mean like compared to how, again, frantic that the title track is, when we get to quality, it's a bit slower paced, but the instrumental was no less beautiful, I'd say. If you were to remove Dizzee's lines on this track, you would probably think it was some sort of like Dreamcast JRPG game theme title screen or something like that. Like, it genuinely is like surprisingly stunning. I wasn't like going into this album expecting that, but the instrumental itself is absolutely lovely, and Dizzee himself shows off this like comedic, charismatic persona that like has made him, even despite all the changes, has made him consistently relevant for like the better part of almost 2 decades at this point, which is scary to think that. But yeah, there's an excerpt from the refrain where he goes, "I don't know about algebra, but I know that I'm no square," which I haven't been able to stop like mumbling to myself in that. But yeah, it's like a funny but really catchy line. Again, just kind of like just shows off some of like the best traits of Dizzee Rascal. That aforementioned Skepta and Dizzee Rascal collab, it's been a long time coming. But Money Right is just one of the best singles I've heard in quite a few months at this point. We get these kind of like extraterrestrial woodwind bits. We also get these beats that almost sound like a sea lion, but like none of that's grating. They accompany each other like very well. It just all sounds so slick, and yeah, it's very much it kind of paves the way for Skepta and Dizzee to kind of like sing about drugs, or not sing about drugs, but rap about drugs, and just being cool, and yeah, just like kind of just like about kind of like leadership in general, considering like they're both sort of like really big names, and the genre, like Skepta being more of like the biggest contemporary wise, even though he's been around about for like a decade or so at this point. Like Dizzee started off really the genre, Skepta's pretty much been like the biggest name, bar your Stormzy's and all that. So for them to both kind of like collaborate and make a song that just, yeah, while it's a song that doesn't really divvy up its themes in the grand scheme of this EP, like they both do a really good job, and I really am finding it hard not to like listen to it whenever I get a chance to. Like I said, the EP never really divvies up its themes, but it's only 5 tracks long. It goes by pretty fast, so I never feel like it hits any sort of stride of fatigue. It's just consistently kind of just fun and entertaining. I keep saying fun, but it's pretty much like the prime word I'd used for this EP, sorry. The EP hits its grimiest phase when it gets to the track Spin Ya. Dizzee's flow just being quite remarkable. It's just fueled with fury. It's not like we've not seen him like show off like some really like great delivery in the past, but like it's just good to know that he's still able to just like show off these talents of his. He also brings in P Money and C Kane, who I didn't know prior to this hearing this song. They both do a not too bad job at all. Nothing like utterly captivating, but I do feel like C Kane did the best out of the 2 features. I feel like she's just kind of dripping with this sort of like sassy, sarcastic delivery, which yeah, like made me, it was quite memorable. And again, it wasn't like great or anything like that. Like you can have something being memorable but like in a kind of infamous way, but like this was like, I feel like she did a good job. But I'll be keeping those 2 names like on my radar for any future releases, because they didn't do a bad job at all. I'd like to see what they end up getting up to, even if they've been around for ages. But the EP finishes off with the song Partner Vibes, which feels kind of like a wholesome bop to me, or at least I was thinking that, because it's kind of like about how like making the most of your day and that, but it's filled with that kind of like Dizzee Rascal crassness and all that, like talking about like how like I think it's like his balls stink or something like that, and then like how he's like hitting on all these girls and that. Like it's kind of what to expect, but like it hasn't like lost its like charm. It's not like when like Blink-182 are trying to recapture that teenage juvenile sense of humour, you know, like it isn't anything like that. And he brings in the Rudimental vocalist, sorry that I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but I just know that he's in Rudimental, and I feel like that makes the chances of this maybe being like the more probably commercially viable track bit more likely. I don't know, I feel like Money Right would probably be like the biggest one there just because of the name appeal alone, but it feels like something that could have appeared on Tongue in Cheek, and I don't mean in a bad way. Like Tongue in Cheek has some good singles on it. It's just, yeah, I really can't think of much bad to say. The features like with Spin On You are just fine enough and great, but like I can't say that it like detracts the quality of that song. I just feel maybe it's just one of those kind of like really, it's not even like a bad case, but like it's one of those like you're kind of like, you feel kind of bad, you do feel kind of bad because it's like, oh, all these songs are at the very least good, but some are great and some are just good. Just it's how it is, but like, oh, it's so nice to like finally be like excited about what Dizzee Rascal's doing. Like Rascal was a fine album. It was nice to even return back to it. It was certainly better than the 5th. But yeah, I would love to see this sort of like approach like stretched out onto a full album. I would be so eager to see that, and hopefully if the feedback to this EP is positive enough, maybe that's what the case will be. Like maybe he will just end up going down this direction and just marrying like his more pop orientated sound and like his classic grime one. Like he's shown that he's able to do so to do both so well. So it's kind of a no-brainer to see him kind of like appeal to the old fans and the new ones. It doesn't feel like a compromise because he's been doing both for so long that like, well, yeah, it just makes sense to do that. So yeah, there are my thoughts on this new Dizzee Rascal EP. I'm feeling a decent 8 on it. Again, like any rating I give, subject to change, might go higher, might go lower. But at this point in time, yeah, I've not stopped listening to this EP the past few days. It's really something. It really is. So I would fully recommend it. Prime word, fun. You'll have a lot of fun with this EP. If you listened to it already, favourite song, what maybe your least favourite song? Because I really don't feel there's like an awfully bad or even mediocre track on here. I think they're all quite good. So yeah, let me know what your ones are. A rating as well down in the comments below. I'm always there, always engaging. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you for watching. Stay safe and stay hydrated.
Turn the bass on. Turn the bass on. Yeah. Yeah. Big, dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, stinking bass. Big, dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, dirty, stinking big. Dirty, stinking bass. Dirty, stinking bass. Big, dirty, stinking bass. Bass, 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 bass.